know, Taiwan is one of the best countries in the world to ride a bicycle. Sometimes, planning a trip to a faraway country can be daunting. So in this series, I hope to remove some of the barriers that may stop you from traveling here. I know from experience, a little bit of local knowledge can mean the difference between having a great trip or never wanting to come back. I say local knowledge because I have some friends helping me out with some of the info, but some things we're going to figure out together. Like how I'm going to get from the airport to my hotel with all this stuff. Obviously I could take a taxi, but the airport's super far from the city, so I'm going to try to take public transportation there. We'll see how this goes. So apparently the total dimensions of your luggage have to be less than 225 centimeters to get onto this train. I was a little bit over, but she was nice and she let me on anyway. Oh, and it was 150 new Taiwan dollars, which is much better than the taxi. I'm sure that would have been a lot more. You can avoid it. Maybe don't arrive at Taipei Station right at rush hour. So far so good. There are definitely many escalators and many floors to go up from the train, but luckily all the elevators are very big and I had no issue getting this big box on the elevator. My hotel is about 200 meters from Taipei Main Station, and I did that purposely so that I can just walk from the station taking that one train. I don't know how the sidewalks are gonna be. I know if I were to do this in Thailand, walking 200 meters with a box like this would be quite the challenge. I think it's safe to say I won't be doing that again. Even though it was just a couple hundred meters, it was pretty crazy walking through busy streets with lots of cars and lots of pedestrians with that giant box over there. But I made it. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to put my bike together now and be ready for tomorrow's ride. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm stoked to show you why exactly Taiwan is so special. Welcome to the next day. I've started my ride, as you can see. Super sunny here in Taipei today, not a cloud in the sky. The ride I'm doing today, I'm gonna call it 106Z. I don't know if it's a Z or if it's just a Chinese character that is shaped like a Z. This ride's gonna be about 90 kilometers with 1,100 meters of elevation gain. I've done it before, last time I came here to Taipei. It's beautiful. Just wait and see. This bike path that I'm on right now is fantastic. It runs along the river the entire way on both sides. It's a great way to get in and out of the city. You know, when I first got onto this bike path, it was really busy, but I didn't have to go far, just a few kilometers east, and now it's super quiet. I say you could even do intervals out here. So after you pass that corridor over there, you gotta go left here. The road kind of leads to the right, so So I feel like naturally you're gonna want to go right, but you got to do that awkward little turn into this alleyway. I just want to point out that I made a big mistake this morning by not using my rear light. I did bring one on this trip, but I chose not to use it on this ride. Living in Thailand, I would say it's not really necessary to have one, but here, especially on a day like today where it's super sunny, and so when it's super sunny and then you ride into a shaded area, I'm sure it's very difficult for the drivers to see me. Not to mention, there are quite a few tunnels in and around this area. So for sure tomorrow, I will have my rear light. Last time I was here, I took a photo with my bike laid down right in the middle of the road. And I did that just to demonstrate how few cars there were on these roads. If you don't know that these roads exist, your experience cycling in Taipei can be vastly different than what I'm trying to convey in this video. You know, one of the great things about this climb is that you really don't even need a drone to appreciate how beautiful it is. I mean, take a look. That's my Climb Pro. I hope you're beginning to see what I was saying, why I think this place is so special. And we're just getting started. Check this out. Amazing. So now, I'm gonna go to a bike shop because I currently have gravel tires fitted onto my bike. I do not plan on riding any gravel on this trip. So I'm gonna go swap those out for road tires and make these rides a little bit easier for myself. Plus it'll be cool to check out some of the bike shops in the area. So unfortunately, that bike shop, 106 Clubhouse, did not have a lot in terms of tire selection. So I'm gonna have to find another shop inside the city. I found a bunch of bike shops. There are many in the city. It's actually kind of overwhelming. First one is just a couple hundred meters away from here. So good news, bad news situation. Bad news is they did not have the tires, but good news was the owner of that shop was super friendly and he shared a lot of advice about riding here and made some recommendations on some roads that I should ride. Just an update, they did not have the tires in stock, but they're super friendly here. They're gonna order them for me and they said it's gonna come by tomorrow. They're gonna contact me by line when it arrives, and I'll have sweet 32C road tires by tomorrow afternoon. If anyone watching this has seen my series Bikepacking in Japan, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was expecting. Look how amazing this cycle lane is. Japan has nothing like this, even in Osaka. To be fair, maybe there's one in Tokyo. I didn't do any cycling there, but as far as I could see, Japan has nothing like this. I just finished my ride. I'm just out to get some food now. This hotel that I'm staying at is fantastic. It's in a really central location, and it's still really easy to get in and out of the city. When you're making routes here, you really gotta look at the Strava heat maps very carefully. Otherwise, you could end up on some really dangerous roads. For those that don't have a paid subscription to Strava, I'll put a link in the description below for some routes, and you can use that as a guide. Now, after I get some food, I'm gonna just go back to my room and get some work done. But this evening, I promise to do something interesting.